All right. So what ports does FTP use?
20 and 21.
2021. What about SSH?
22.
Good job. All right. We have two computers here, right? Computer on the left-hand side. There's a virtual machine over here. There's a virtual machine over here. Okay. What's SSH used for?
Remote
Remote
access to servers.
Remote access. Good job. What's FTP used for?
file transfers.
File transfers. Good job. So if we wanted to FTP something, we would need to download and install the FTP application. Do you need it on both ends? Yes, you do. It's the only way to use FTP. It's not magic. When you download and install FTP, then we could send files to that server. We can also, from here, we can pull files from this server, right? We can send and retrieve files using FTP. It's that simple. I'm going to show you. It's FTP secure. Does anybody know if FTP is secure? Does this encrypt our traffic?
No, you would have to use port 990 for a secure
What
transfer.
protocol uses 990?
FTPS.
Good job, man. Good job. Good job. What about SSH? Is that secure?
Yes.
Good job. All right. So all right. So I have an FTP server already installed and set up. I'm going to use this machine over here to connect to this machine's FTP application. And I'm going to download files from here using FTP. I'm going to download it from here and store it here. Okay. The file that we're going to retrieve, let's grab what's in hashes.txt. Okay, we'll try to download this file using FTP. Right now on the right hand side, we don't see hashes.txt. We only see these two files. Now it's easy to use FTP. I just use FTP, the username, which is Itachi. We want to log into Itachi's FTP client at the IP address of this machine over here. So we'll learn about these commands later. I just need this IP address, which is 192.168.4.62. This is how I would connect to the FTP server over here, and then I can start downloading things. But before I do that, remember you all said it was unsecure. I'm going to use Wireshark to show you it is unsecure. We've been talking about Wireshark for a while. Next week, we'll actually dive into it. I think next week. Okay, I'm going to make this quick because it's going to start capturing a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going to start it over, and I'm going to be quick about this. Because you see it's already capturing data, right? It's already capturing traffic. So make sure I don't have anything else running. All right, so continue without saving, boom. So let's go ahead and dang, I'm going real slow, huh? Well, FTP. Oh, it says the connection is refused. It tried to connect to that server on port 21. It said it's refused. And we'll probably see that somewhere over here. No, we don't. You can see this three-way handshake going on here. Look at this. We're trying to establish a connection with this guy on port 443. You can see the SYN flag was set. Then they responded, right? So let's start it right here. This guy right here, 192.168.4.62, that's us. We tried to set up a connection on 443 to this guy, this destination, right? And we first said, hey, are you there with the SYN packet? They responded back to us and said, yes, I'm here with SYN-ACK. And we responded back to them with the ACK saying, okay, get ready. Get ready for something. This is actually that FTP connection. That's what it looks like. All right, but the FTP server wasn't started, so I need to start it. The FTP application that I'm using is called VS FTPD. All right, so now it's running. I'm going to stop this again. And I'm going to start this back up. It's asking for a password. I gave it a password. You can see in the back, a whole bunch of stuff is going on right now. All this FTP stuff. We'll look at it in a bit. I'm going to, let's see what's here though. LS. We'll go to the downloads folder, LS, and we'll get hashes.txt. All right, now I'm going to stop this. So what did we do? We connected to the FTP server. We said, hey, we want to log into your FTP server using this guy's account on that server. FTP asks for a password. It was successful. Now I'm connected. After that, after the successful login, I'm connected to this server on the left now from here using FTP. Right? I can see all the files and folders. I switched over to the downloads folder and I downloaded this hashes.txt. Now it's on my server. Right? If I look at it, it's right here, hashes.txt. We just used FTP to grab the hashes.txt file. Now I want to come over here to show you how unsecure it is. Because look, this is the user we tried to log into, user Itachi. Remember it asked us, I'm gonna come to the right side. It said, please specify the password. And zoom in if you need to. Please specify the password. Actually, I'm gonna zoom in. Okay, so we tried to log into FTP. We're looking at Wireshark right now. We're looking at the traffic on Wireshark. Wireshark captured us trying to log in as Itachi. Wireshark captured FTP asking us, this is us on the machine that was on the right, 192.168.4.61. Wireshark captured FTP asking us to please specify the password. Wireshark captured the password that we sent. The password is password, y'all. It's password. Why is Wireshark able to see this? Because the traffic is not encrypted. Okay, and you can see the commands that we ran, right? You can see that I had changed directories to the downloads. I changed working directory to the downloads folder. If I keep scrolling down, I entered list, the ls command, so I can see everything in that directory. And look at the file that I downloaded, hashes.txt. You can see it all captured in Wireshark. Every single thing is here in Wireshark. Right? Just so we're not tripping, look, right? The first thing we did, FTP Itachi. We specified the password. You don't see the password here, but Wireshark can see it. Wireshark saw that the password was password. Wireshark saw us list out this directory, right? Here comes the directory listing. Wireshark saw us do it again. Wireshark saw us download this file. Why is Wireshark able to see that? Because the data is not encrypted, right? And with Wireshark, if this is your first time looking at it, you see the packet number right here, the time the packet was received, the source the packet came from, the destination the packet is going to, the protocol that the packets are using, the size of the packet, and some information about those packets. Do you think we'd be able to see this? We'd be able to read this much information with if we did a SSH connection?
No, because it has security.
But it's encrypted. Right, and we can get a better view of what we just did with Wireshark, right? Wireshark does a cool job at organizing it. So right here, right, we use the user Itachi. We set our password as password. Login was successful. You can see it says here comes the directory listing, just like we saw it. You can see the file that we tried to download. So let's try this one more time. But we are going to use SSH. I'm going to draw it out first. So from this machine, right, we're going to use the machine on the right to SSH into the machine on the left. Okay. Does SSH need to be installed on both machines? Yeah, nothing is by magic. If I want to SSH into this, it needs SSH on it. If I want to use SSH from here, I need that program SSH. It's already installed. Let's make sure it is listening. Okay, now it is started. And we can even run netstat. What is netstat going to show me? It's going to show me my active connections. You can see that I have port 22 listening. What is port 22 used for?
SSH.
Good job. I have port 22 listening. I have port 80 listening. What's port 80 used for?
Hypertext transfer.
Good job, HTTP. And what's port 21 used for?
File transfer.
Good job, FTP. So right now we have 22 open and listening. So we're going to go ahead. First, I'm going to start this up. We're going to go back over to the machine on the right. And we're going to SSH. Same thing like FTP, but we're going to use SSH at 192.168. I forgot its IP address. So I'll just do this. Boom, it's asking me for the password. I'm going to give it the password. And now I'm logged in. I am logged into Itachi. Remember when I said when you SSH, you get a command prompt. Okay, this is all we're going to get. How can I prove that I'm logged in? I'll say, who am I? I'm Itachi. I'm SSH'd into their machine now. I'm no longer the student anymore. I've remoted into the Itachi machine. I remoted into this machine using Itachi's account because of SSH, right? LS, I can go to their downloads folder. LS, I can see everything that was over here. LS, you can see everything over here. But I don't even have to be on this machine because we have a remote connection from this guy. That's how SSH works. It allows us to remote into other devices so we can manage them. If I remove the file, let's see what's inside of the new. All right, I'm going to remove new.txt. Before I remove it, I want you to see that it's over here on this remote server. It's right there. I'm going to remove it using my SSH connection. Now, if I come back over here and type ls again, you can see that it's gone. Right? It was here before, but I removed it using my SSH connection. All All right, let's look at Wireshark. I had started it and then I stopped it. Can you read that? I'm sure somebody can. Somebody knows what's going on in here, right?
I could read it. It's like nothing.
This is what encryption looks like. None of this looks familiar. Right? This is just about the algorithms that we may or may not be using. Right? When we're setting up that Diffie-Hellman key exchange. Ooh, the Diffie-Hellman. Right? That's all that's going on. They're doing the exchange, trying to figure out what we're going to use to encrypt our session, and boom, this is the session that's encrypted. All right, so hopefully that helped with understanding how ports and protocols work. They're not magic. The ports are just the doors, they're the entryways for the program you're using to connect to the system, right? SSH, you don't have to use port 22. You could change it if you wanted to, right? SSH has configuration files. What are configuration files? They're just settings. These are the configuration. This is a configuration file for SSH. It doesn't have to use port 22 if we don't want it to. We could change it, right? By default, it's using port 22. But if we wanted to change it to port 2222 or 4444, we could, right? But this goes back to baseline configs. Remember we talked about baseline configurations. We don't want Kit changing his configurations on his system and then Kim having different configurations on her system. We want to have one baseline, one template for SSH that everyone is going to use, and we'll manage that from one location, one server. All right, and one thing before we go, I saw it in here when we were talking about the ARP table. You can see Wireshark is showing you how your computer fills up its ARP table. Remember the ARP table. The ARP table, this is your local address book. This is what your system, or these are devices on your local area network that your system is aware of, right? These are the devices on your local area network. These are their IPs. These are their MAC addresses. IPs, MAC address, IPs, MAC address, IPs, MAC address. They don't just pop up here in the local and your phone book by magic. They don't just pop up in the ARP table by magic. Your computer is asking the network, hey, who has this guy's phone number? This is the phone number, the MAC address. Who has this guy's phone number? This is their MAC address. Who has this guy's phone number? This is their MAC address. Tell me who has their phone number, who has their MAC address. You can see that in Wireshark. Your computer says, hey, who has this guy's phone number? 192.168.4.62. Tell this person. Somebody told them, hey, their phone number, their MAC address is this. Who has this? And it's just going to keep asking and keep asking, right? That's how the ARP table gets filled. Your computer, your system is just asking the network for people's MAC addresses. But you won't be able to see that unless you have a Wireshark. Okay, unless you have Wireshark, or TCP dump is another tool. We'll just talk about TCP dump. It's from the terminal, right? You would do TCP dump -i 0, and you could start it like that.
Is
And
Wireshark
now,
free to install?
say that again.
Is Wireshark free to install?
Yes, it is. This TCP dump looks just like Wireshark. If I come back over here and try to do that FTP connection again, oh, I forgot. Let's see. I should have saved it to a file. Okay, here's the FTP connection starting from. Okay, here's the password. All right, this is the same thing as Wireshark, but this is from the terminal. I actually like this better. It's quicker for me. I could save this and upload it into Wireshark. You all may like Wireshark better because it's color coded, but it's showing us the same thing. You can see that here's the password that I typed in, right? Password of password. The username is somewhere up here. It says please specify the password. We did that right here. Here's the username that we set, Itachi. And the login was successful. I didn't download anything, so the rest is just noise. Any questions, y'all? And Wireshark is already in your labs, all right? Just log into one of the Kali machines. You already have Wireshark on there. All right, everybody. If there are no other questions, I'm going to post the homework for tonight on Discord. Please, please, please use this weekend to try to catch up on any hands-on activities that you haven't been able to get exposed to just yet. Try to catch up on your quizzes if you're behind. I know most of y'all are not behind. A lot of y'all are doing a pretty good job. You all are messaging me on Discord every day. Keep it up. As you can see, I try to respond back as quickly as possible. So please keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. You're just making me better. We're making each other better. Other than that, let me know if you have any questions. I will see everybody else. Study hall this Saturday, 8:15. If you can't make it, that's okay. And that's it. Hold on to your loved ones, give them fat kisses. Make sure they know that you love them. And I will see you on Saturday or Monday. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Good night. Good night.